Let's bring in Representative James Lankford from Oklahoma's 5th District. Sir, great to have you. You have a pretty busy week, I guess, with the State of the Union tomorrow night. But in the meantime, do us a favor. Our viewers really want to know. They want to see tax reform. Where do you stand on tax reform?
Oh, if you leave me alone and let me do whatever I want to do on it, I would never do the tax system that we have now. It's a complicated mess. I don't think anyone would ever say that our tax system right now is exactly the best system. I would move to more of a consumption-based tax. I'm a fan of the FairTax, and think it's just a simple way to be able to move the IRS back to where they should be, and just helping collect revenue and allow the American consumer to be able to spend as they choose to.
Representative, music to my ears. I'm a big fan of FairTax, and we spend a lot of time talking about FairTax. But here's the issue. Your district, if I'm not mistaken, they did a little research, and we came up with about $33,000 a year median income in your district.
Right.
Would that hurt people at a $33,000 a year median income? We know, I think, the number somewhere nationally around $45,000 to $50,000 a year median income. Would that be unfair to people at a $33,000 a year level?
No, it wouldn't. Yeah, a consumption-based tax, it depends on how it's handled on it. We were talking about the president's plan to a value-added tax. Yes, it would. A value-added tax would hurt everybody in America. A consumption tax with a prebate system in it that takes out the level for poverty, and so it really talks about middle class and on to the upper class getting a chance to carry some of this, and those that are in intense poverty, and I mean the real poverty level, not the old figures that are obviously thrown around all the time. They'll talk about 400% of poverty level is poverty and all these different things. To get to the real poverty level, then you prebate their taxes to them. So no, it doesn't affect those that are in poverty at all.
Fantastic. I got to tell you, I have to clear this up because I misspoke a week ago, and the fans of the fair tax just blasted me. The prebate now doesn't depend on income level. It depends on household size, how many people are in the home. Is that right?
That's correct, but it takes away the argument to say, you know what, this is regressive and it's going to damage those that are in in poverty more, and that's just not true.
All right, here, I have to do this, sir. You're a freshman congressman, tall order. Are you going to bring this? Are you going to bring something like this, a fair tax, flat tax, whatever tax reform, whenever you can? What do you plan to do?
Well, fair tax has already been submitted already. It's H.R. 25. It's been submitted every year. Rob Woodall from Georgia is the one who submitted it this year. I am one of the original co-sponsors of it in this particular legislation. If we look at the fair tax, it's a great way to do it. We're going to have a lot of energy to get there. I think we have a lot of new freshmen that are focused on that. And quite frankly, hearing the president talk about reforming the tax system, we say welcome to the party. It's what Americans have been talking about for a long time.
Right, sir. Representative James Lankford from Oklahoma's 5th District. Appreciate your time, and we'll have you back. We want to stay on this topic quite a bit. Thank you, sir.
Look forward to it. Hopefully the president will stay on this topic as well.
Well, let's hope. Music to our ears if he somehow manages to say fair tax. I have a hunch it's not in the speech, but maybe. Hey, you never know.
We'll take any tax reform. Tomorrow night, we've got the president and his Chicago background against Paul Ryan responding from the Green Bay side. So we're going to have the Bears against the Packers again tomorrow night in our speech and response. And I'm going for Packers all the way.
Look at that. Don't forget Michelle Bachmann's going to have her response as well. All right, we're going to say thank you to you for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, back to the panel. Joining the panel tonight is Fox News.